According to Social Media Examiner, 66% of marketers generate leads after spending only 6 hours per week on social marketing. So, how can insurance agents take advantage of this amazing opportunity? I'm going to show you right now. So, what are those 5 ideas for online insurance lead generation? Number 1 is Loom videos. This is one I think you could spend just 30 minutes per week doing. If you haven't seen Loom videos, go to LinkedIn right now, search for Kim Beach, and watch her videos. She is the master at doing this. What she does is makes a list of questions that her clients have or her prospects have, and she answers them, and specifically answers them around coverage questions. And all she does is create slides, nothing really complicated, but she creates slides. And then Loom Video allows you to have the slides and your video of your face, you talking on the same page and in the same video. And it generates a video that you can then share online to any social marketing, social media site. And it's those lists of questions that's important. I talked about this in another video. Think about what you get repeatedly asked by your prospects and your clients and answer those questions, because that's how you add value. Number 2, Nextdoor and local Facebook groups. I would suggest spending maybe 15 minutes a day on this. Not a whole lot, but it could reap some major rewards. Whitney Herbick, I'm looking at you. You're doing a really good job of this, have over the years. Very proud that she's one of my agents. She listens for insurance-related questions and problems and then chimes in on Nextdoor and Facebook groups. And notice I didn't say she chimes in with, I want to sell you insurance. It might be something related to someone's home or their car or whatever it is. And she might chime in and just say, I'm an insurance agent. I actually see a lot of things related to what you're talking about. Happy to answer any questions if you have any. So just putting yourself out there, letting people know that you're there to be a resource, to provide value for them. By the way, I've said value twice now, and I think it's time to let you know, if you haven't already, go to agentsgrowthacademy.com/value, because I put a list together of things like this where you can add value first before even asking for anything in return. And there's some phenomenal people in our industry that have done a good job of being really creative with this. And I want to share that with you. So just go to agentsgrowthacademy.com/value. You can download it for yourself for free. Number 3, client referrals. This is one I think a lot of people, they either forget about or they get too busy. Hate that word, by the way. Let's use productive instead. But they don't spend the time that they need to on it. I think even if you only spend 10 minutes a day doing this, you could reap major benefits. And I've seen it happen. So what I think is working for us, what I've seen our agents do, is specifically reaching out to clients who you have helped recently. Why? There's some psychology behind it, okay? If you've recently done something good for them, they're much more likely to open up their referral black book, or whatever you want to call it, their email list or whatever. It's just like anything in life. When you do something for someone and help them, you've just deposited money into their emotional bank account, and they are much more likely to allow you to make a withdrawal at that point. So look for those clients, just 10 minutes a day, anybody that you can think from the prior day. Who did I help? Or maybe at the end of the day, who did I help? Who could I reach out to and say, we have a referral program, and we actually get our best clients like you from clients like you. So if you would, go to this link, send them to a landing page, whether you do that on your company's website or a Facebook page or whatever, and then maybe offer them something of value. We offer a $20 gift card for any referral that people send us. Notice I didn't say that we end up writing, because we checked with our attorney, and I think you should check with yours, because I'm not an attorney, but that's what we were told to do. And then maybe a $10 donation to a charity. That's something we do too. And that helps build some good juju, some good, I want to be part of that culture type thing. So client referrals, don't forget about that. All right, number 4, host webinars. Now, I will admit, we don't really do a lot of this in our agency, but I've seen a lot of other agents do this with great success. I would think if we're going to start doing this, if you want to start doing it, start with maybe once a quarter, or if you can really get enough content, maybe do it once a month, but you need to have a good content strategy in place. I talked about that in another video, by the way. Leverage your existing following online. That's how you get people to come to the webinar, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever, and then pick a theme around a problem that you can solve. Remember, adding value is the name of the game when you're trying to do these things, because people will be attracted to that and they will remember you when it's time for them to make that insurance decision. So pick a theme that you can solve, invite people, and then host the webinar. Now, if you don't feel confident enough to do it on your own and you want to call in the big guns, you need some expertise. Who do you have available? Your marketing reps from the carriers, your underwriters, they can come on and talk about more insurance coverage specific things. Maybe it's something you don't know a ton about, but you know enough about, like cyber liability, and an underwriter could go deep on that. They could really answer some questions, or just be in the wings there waiting when there's something that maybe you're not especially an expert on. So do that. By the way, bonus for you here, because you'll be sending people to a landing page where they can sign up for the webinar, most of the time they're giving an email address. Use those email addresses for further marketing down the road, right? Hang on to those. Those are very valuable and people don't part with them easily. All right, number 5, the last one, start a blog. Now, I know for a lot of people, this is like, oh, no way, I would never do that. Like, I'm not a good writer. Understood. But are you okay doing the Loom videos? Because you could just repurpose those and write it out. There's no pressure. Like right now, I'm in front of the camera on the mic and I've got some notes in front of you, but there is a little bit of pressure doing this. But with writing, there's not really any pressure. Nobody's watching you. I hope nobody's standing over your shoulder while you're writing it. You could do a blog 1 or 2 times a month. And again, repurpose content. Or you could start from scratch, again, going back to that list of questions where you're answering questions that you get repeatedly and solving problems, and then share that like anything else on here, share it on social media or directly to your email list. All right, so let's recap. Number 1, Loom videos. Number 2, Nextdoor and local Facebook groups. Number 3, client referrals. Number 4, host a webinar. And number 5, start a blog. Start a blog. Folks, if this was valuable to you and you felt like you got something out of it, you learned something, please like it, subscribe if you're on YouTube. But more than anything, share this with people that are thinking that they need help with this too, right? There's lots of insurance agents. One thing that I love about doing this is actually that concept of a rising tide lifts all ships. I'm not your competitor. I mean, I could be, but honestly, aren't we all in this together? Share this with somebody that you think could use it themselves. Folks, until next time, grow big or go home.